Great morning so far. Yeah, a morning of real clarity. What is it? 10:32. For the bulk of it, managed to get enough sleep in the end. But again, we looked up some news and some other things, and it was obvious that the Total Institution, as it tends to, was trying to set up agendas here, there, and everywhere to try and do all this, like sort of type of stuff they do on wards, opposed to be with their Total Institution. So basically, the same old stunts. There's nothing new, and that's the important thing to remember. That's one of the important things to remember. They're trying to, make their stunts, give their stunts the air of something that it ain't got, with me at least. But this is sort of one of the reasons I didn't go to a different ward when I was at the hospital, because I pretty much knew this type of thing would take place. And I knew that as what I was doing on the ward I was on was actually working for me. Not quite as much as because I did need to be out of there, back here, doing the type of things I'm doing now, which I would have had to have done on another ward. To just take a bit of time. And I was thinking, maybe I've done it now, maybe I've pulled it off now. But then, it could be a day, a week, a month, a year, a decade, or whatever. And the wishes of the Total Institution and the powers that be behind it would on a whim, start the druggings and everything. So when I was making breakfast, I tried with the druggings to try and engineer a food fight, as they tend to do. People running around saying things like hot chocolate with 3 sugars, please, and the type of stuff they say down coffee shops and the rest of it. But yeah, now maybe people can start to see why I did. One of the reasons that I didn't go on another ward, because of the way things were on the ward I was on, and the way things eventually started to head. I think I made the right choice there. But yeah, funny that, I know how they try to set these different agendas and then build up stuff that I've dealt with, sort of thing. That's one of the things I was going to say about TV yesterday. Despite the fact that I've dealt with that now, and there's no need for me to go back to TV. They come out with these on whatever I look at, they're going to try that sort of thing, I would have thought. But yeah, so they set up this, set and everything, druggings off the back of it, shenanigans off the back of that, and basically they're creating the conditions for them to drug me, right? And then wonder why I'm on meds. But that's the way it goes. Now I've got to go through the process yet again of recovering from the meds. Another thing I decided on this morning was that I was going to stop talking in the flat. We all know the flat's bumped to the hill, there's an audience, so on and so forth. But yeah, I thought, today, that's sort of similar to what happened in that room on the ward, eventually. But this is the nature of it. This is the nature of it all. So, like I said, and they'll do the same type of things again. They'll try and set up stunts, try and set up big deal dramas. I'm completely not interested, positive or negative. Like I said, you just get on with it, and you just get on with your day to the best of your ability. But like I say, they have got these druggings that they can, on a whim, just crack out just like that. So I've got to incorporate that into the way I go about doing things. But yeah. that's about it really. Yes, I'd say apart from the joggings, which are starting in a way to lessen a bit now. It was the morning was going really well, but they do set up, and this is one of the reasons why. When I said I was worried on the ward and they started having kittens, I could have said, you're absolutely off your fucking heads. Because, it's obvious how things are eventually going to go. At some time, at some stage, somehow, with almost certainly very little to do with me. I've had a shower. Day was going great, and then as I'm sort of prepared for it now. As I get joggings again, and then shenanigans out there. They were trying to on the news sites build up that type of thing, like other things as well. And it's just I'm not fucking interested. It's like, but there you go. It's the element of one of the that element of one of the. Architects being really clingy, not only that, but her boyfriend, running around, trying to with as much power as he'd assembled out there. The one person who wouldn't accept what he was running around coming out with was yours truly. But there you go. Another attempt by the Total Institution to run around setting things up for an attempt at some big deal drama, which would then, to try and do things. They could say for me, but in no small measure for the Total Institution. So I'll wait for a bit. If the joggings cease for a bit, they will. If they don't, they don't. I've got to take it easy for a bit while these come out of my system, and then start to look towards reading. I was thinking about reading something today, because based on that decision that I made earlier to stop talking around the flat and just get on with stuff. But it may be the case that I still have to do that. That is a good way of dealing with it. Dealing with the type of stunts that people try to pull around me. I don't bloody know. But that's the way it is. I'm jogging this increasing a bit now. But yeah. So for a bit, the perfect morning. And then not so perfect. And I'll see how the rest of the day goes, and maybe clock in later on.